Main focus is to come up with a bag. Ain't gonna be no slacking, ain't got time for none of that. Put it in their face. They already mad. Disappear while I'm stacking and they be like, where you been?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Chante, and if you are new here, what's up with it? Please be sure to hit that subscription, follow the notification bell so you are updated when I post new videos weekly. And if you've been here, welcome back. So I'm bringing to you guys my review on this Fenty EAZE drop. This is a light to medium coverage. It says that it is for all skin types, blends and blurs to instant perfection, and it has a light as air feeling. I got shade matched in Sephora, and then I ended up buying it online. The day that I went, I was doing a lot. I had bought my friend the Kat Von D one, the last one they actually had her shade, and then I got my sister's makeup done. My mom got a bunch of things, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait. So I got this here delivered to me, and this is what it looks like. This is in the shade 13, and it is this really unique packaging. It is plastic, this packaging, and it's because you're gonna be squeezing it out, so I'm sure that's why they went with plastic as opposed to going with more of a glass bottle. So for those of you who need a doe foot applicator, this is what it looks like. You're not gonna get that doe foot with this one, and it is not a runny consistency. It's pretty much the same consistency as most foundations that you have. This is recommended to be used with your finger. I'm gonna do a little test with my finger, but I feel like I will not be applying this with my finger in real life. And this is what it looks like on the skin. It is a good color match for me, but I'm going to actually apply more of this on my hand and go in with a beauty blender. For me, I'm like been obsessed with the June & Co. beauty blenders, and I just don't have any more because I use them over time. I have like 6 of them at this point now, and I need more because I'm obsessed with them. Now, Beauty Bakery used to be my favorite when it comes to that. Side note, I did prime my face already for anyone not thinking like, what is she doing? I primed my face with this e.l.f. Illuminous Putty Primer. Actually really like this. And on my lips, I got this new product, this Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm lip treatment. Absolutely amazing. I love how it feels on me. I can still see some hyperpigmentation here, so I'm gonna go in with another layer just to give you guys a comparison of each side. Now, it could be different if you applied with a brush, so I'll do the other side with a brush for you guys to see. And if you guys aren't already subscribed, be sure to subscribe to me on Instagram, Clubhouse, and TikTok. I am trying to ramp up my TikTok and Clubhouse if you want to just chat about multiple things. Sometimes I host rooms. You can find all the information for those either on the screen or in the description box below. A lot of people have been using this as more like their everyday, something like easy for them to just go out and not have to do a full face. It is really light on my face. Like, I do not feel like I have foundation on. So this is like 2 applications worth, and it is a little bit better. I still see that hyperpigmentation popping out right over here, but it's not horrible for my face. So that was one side with a beauty blender. This is just my regular side. You can see there is a little bit of a difference in color from my skin tone and then this, but as it like sets down, oxidizes down, I'm sure that it'll be perfectly fine because it does look good on camera, and I really can't see a difference. I mean, off camera, sorry. I can't see a difference in where I've applied and where I haven't. So now I'm going to go in again and do the other side, and I'm gonna use this Juvia's Place brush that I have. Definitely has a better application as far as covering up hyperpigmentation. I haven't used the brush, and I wouldn't probably regularly use this brush for my foundation. I like my NYX brush a lot better, or my Morphe, my gold one. That was only 1 application on this side. So the beauty blender definitely required 2. 1 application on this side is more than enough with a brush. Like, everything is covered. I just want to go in with a little bit more for my under eye. This brush is so big, it's hard to get under there. Fenty has really been releasing a lot of great products lately, and this is no exception. So this side is applied with a brush. 1 pump is all I needed for this side. It is like perfection. I definitely should use a smaller brush for the under eye, so I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Bakery sponge and just hit that really quickly. So I'm really loving how the application came out with the brush. And then this side here, this was 2 applications I had to do, and I still see that hyperpigmentation. So I'm gonna go in with just a little bit on this brush and see if that helps get rid of all that. A brush application definitely gives a much better payout than the Beauty Bakery sponge. Now, if you have a sponge that you would recommend, again, I love my June & Co. Purpose is to ensure that it's applying to your face and not getting sucked in by the sponge. And that microfiber sponge is really bomb for that. So I will say that for me, this foundation, blurring skin tint, this blurring skin tint is better applied with a brush. It played really nicely with that e.l.f. priming putty. So that's also something that's really exciting. Nice, cute little package. You can definitely carry this anywhere you want. So usually I'll go in now with my Micro Smooth, and I did apply my Micro Smooth on top of that putty. It's very interesting to me that we are still in quarantine. And this Sephora sale just passed. Well, today's the last day for it. By the time you guys see this video, it'll be over, but I will be sharing what I bought from that. I got a lot of really good things, new brands that I'm actually not used to, and that was really fun. But this is what my face is looking like with nothing else. I think it looks really good. It matches my skin complexion. If I want to go out with a day with like just something to tint, cover up some hyperpigmentation, this would definitely be a good look for that. So now I'm going to go in with my Fenty Pro Filter concealers. I will say that the June & Co. sponges are also a lot smaller, so I feel like it's a little bit better to control, whereas this bad boy is really thick. Now usually I would go in with my brighter concealer, but I'm just gonna go in with the same Pro Filter concealer and give it a little bit more support. So I've been like detoxing for the past, I guess like this month has really been the detox. Before that, I was like doing the Daniel fast in January to freaking Easter, really. Because it's no sense in me like stopping. I end up having to do the Daniel fast, and then we go right into Lent. So I just continue it because it's 40 days of Lent, which is 40 days before Easter. So I just continue the whole thing, and pretty much all year long I've been vegan. It's been a little hard because it's not just vegan, it's alkaline that I've been doing, like very, very strict, only eating things made by God, no meat and stuff like that. So that has been really great. But now I'm like trying to do this like parasite cleanse just for the season and to get my body all the way right. So that has been interesting. I'm going to go in now with this Sashka. I always call myself trying to use different ones. Actually, we can stay with Fenty products. I have the Fenty Honey here. I have the little one. So I will go in with this. Look at this video turning into a full face of Fenty. Oh, I want to do just one layer first. I think I'm just gonna use this for that first application. Then I'm gonna go in with my Sashka. So going in with that Sashka because it's that beautiful yellow that I feel like nobody ever gets close to. Like this yellow is just it. I know this layer here is more for the bake. I know a lot of you don't bake anymore, but I do. I saw a YouTuber like, I am 30, I am not doing this no more. I'm like, I didn't know baking had age limit. Girl, do you. And be true. I still very much so hate the container this comes in, to the 1000th power, because if you only could see all the powder that's all over me.
Therefore, my dear brothers, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourself fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. 1 Corinthians 15:58. I pray that you have an amazing week and that you allow God to use you and move you in amazing ways.
And then now I'm going to go in with this Fenty Pro Filter, and I just get a darker shade. This shade is 440, and the concealer that I got was 350. because I usually go for a 350 foundation, but I think my color has since changed. I think it's changed, folks. I feel like it's very important for me to make sure that concealer is on my jawline, like 1000%. It's like very important to shaping my face and for this look. And I do like to use the same blush that I used, not blush, same blender that I used for my foundation, because if ever it gets a little bit too much, I can just flip the side with where the foundation was at and kind of tone it down a little bit. I do prefer to use a brush for up here, but it's okay, we can do the beauty blender for today. I feel like the brushes just have a little bit more control, but it's okay, this is great today. And instantly you can see that, like, just for me, bronzing, contouring, that is like very important. I know like a lot of times we spend more time with our concealers and stuff, but this piece here really brings a look together for me. Like this will change a foundation for me. So like foundation might have been a little bit paler than what I'm used to, but once you brighten yourself up with this, because I feel like this is what this does, it brightens it up, and I love when my skin is nice and golden, and that's what I feel like this concealer that I use for my contour does. It's such a creamy consistency, and it's playing really well with the foundation. Sometimes I'll get like foundations when I put the concealer on, or even just the powder, that it starts to break up, and I can see with my blender that I'm picking up the product. Not happening here. These products are playing really well together, and it could be that because they are all Fenty products, so that is great. And that bronzing of the face is just, because even on my natural face, my outer is a lot darker than my inner side, so that just kind of brings some dimension to my face, and I love it. So now I'm gonna go in with this big brush and sweep away that powder. I love Morphe brushes, and this is part of the Elite collection. I literally only buy from the Elite collection. I had bought from the Gold collection, but it seems that they really don't have that one anymore. So this is like 2D for me. This part right here, before adding in my bronzer and my blush. And right now I feel like this looks really, really good. What I like to do is go in with my Makeup Forever, just because I feel like this does a fantastic job of being like a blur for my skin, just giving me that velvet look. So I'll just go under the contour, on top of it, like above it, not on top of it, sorry. Setting this part here, my face, and making sure not to get wherever I put that darker concealer, trying to just get around it. I'm making for a nice velvety look. And for me, that works really perfect. And you can see that these play really nice together also. So now I'm gonna go into my tried and true. And that is this here, Mented Cosmetic. I stan Mented Cosmetic bronzers, lip pencils, and blushes. Like, I literally stan them. I haven't tried their new products. They have, I think, a new palette and a highlight palette as well. A new eyeshadow palette and a highlight palette. I have not tried those, but I do love these bronzing products. I'm gonna go in with my blush, and here I have this blush here. It's Benefit's Go Tint. I think you can use this for lip and cheek, but this is just a lip tint for me. I mean a cheek tint for me. Just try to get it on the apples of my cheek. Then I'm gonna go in with this Mented. This is Pinky Promise, and the bronzer was Vacay. So the liquid one, I kind of stay in the same place. This one, because it's got like a shimmer to it, it's kind of like a highlight also, I kind of push it up a little bit into my face. And then I just blush that in. Brush that in, not blush that in. I want to say that the foundation is playing really, really great. no issues there. Right now, this is where I'm at. I'm going to go in, do my lips, put some mascara on, and finish up the under part of my eye, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys. Let you guys know my honest opinion on this Blur Skin Tint. Okay guys, so I have finished doing all my makeup. I've actually had this on for a good like hour or two because I had a couple of things that I had to do in between. So I finished this look and I've been sitting with this makeup. It is not oily at all. This is the Fenty EAZE Drop Blur Skin Tint, and I love this. I love how natural it looks on my skin. I think that of all of Fenty's foundation or skin tint products, this is really my favorite right here. It is super lightweight. I do not feel like I have any foundation on. Literally like skin. This is the best thing I've seen for like skin. A lot of brands claim to be like skin, and for me, the only thing that comes out like skin is when I use powder foundations, but this actually sets down really nicely. I like how it looks, and that it just makes my skin look really like natural and like effortless, and I really enjoy that part of this. The fact that this is a really thin liquid consistency, but it's not thin in the sense that when it pours out, it comes out like water. It comes out with a nice foundation consistency, but it really is super thin. Now, pro tips for me is that I enjoyed using this with a brush over using it with the beauty blender. Now, you could use your hands, but for me, that's just way too messy, and I'd rather just use a brush. I would use a brush that is more of a flat top brush, kind of like this, not as puffy as this, but more flat top and dense, as opposed to using the Juvia's Place one. But the Juvia's Place one did do the job. It's just really hard to get under my eye with this brush here. So I like to use this a lot more of the times for contouring, but because I have no clean brushes, this is what I had. And then this I just use obviously as my all over face powder brush, but I did use the e.l.f. priming putty for this face. Like this product a lot. I'm gonna keep using it. I was a little hesitant to use this with this video because I was using this foundation for the first time, and sometimes you want to get the true effect of a foundation, and if it was to break up a little bit, it could be because of this, but it didn't. This played really great with this, and definitely a primer that I'm going to look to because my face really looks in person super smooth, like perfect smoothness. There's no like, sometimes I get like where it doesn't show up on camera, but I get like patchy in some areas where it just feels like my skin may be a little bit drier, and this really put like a nice canvas, kind of like the silk canvas effect, but for a cheaper price. I think you guys should definitely go check this out. If you are close to my complexion, this is in the shade 13, and again, this is the EAZE Drop Blurring Skin Tint by Fenty, and I highly recommend, of everything that you can go try right now, this is something that you can definitely pick up and add into your kit, especially for like vacation time when you're just trying to have like a light makeup look and not have to go all the way over the top. If you want to have just a light effortless look and not have to go over the top, definitely something that is travel size friendly. It is 1.8 fluid ounces. It is small. The compactness of it can fit into anything. I literally have it here in my little makeup bag that I usually take to travel with me, and it can literally fit right in there and have no problem, be such an easy process. So I definitely think that this is something you guys should check out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Fenty, congratulations on this release. You guys are doing amazing, amazing things, and I'm so excited. The marketing for Fenty is phenomenal. Right now I'm like obsessed with marketing from different brands and just learning how to, one, build my own brand, and then also like working for a brand for marketing is amazing. So I really am so happy that all the things that Rihanna is doing, like Black-owned brands, are really expanding and doing amazing, incredible things, and really setting the tone and becoming a platform that, instead of us having to always look up to them, we're the ones that people are looking to. So this is amazing for Fenty. There's a million and one different products you can get from Rihanna, whether it's lingerie, beauty, skincare, makeup, clothes, everything. So really excited for this, and you guys should definitely go check this out. So please be sure to share this video and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.